Hi everyone, welcome to the last patch of the season. Before you get into it, if you still need to boost, we have a 30% discount running. Use promo code REWARD for 40% off on all boosts till the end of the season. So, having said that, let's get into it. Cast at maximum range toggle. So, there's like two ways your champion can function if you cast something outside of your range. Either you cast at max range where you're standing, or you walk into it. And over the years, Riot has been changing abilities and champions to work either one way or the other. And yeah, this toggle is a good change. Now there's at least some consistency. So it's not different for each champion and ability. Um, yeah, nice. New champion will probably be broken, uh, but people won't know how to play it probably. Azir is very strong right now. He got nerfed, then he got buffed again. Now he's getting buffed, so he's in a good spot. His damage on his soldiers is going up by 8 at max level, which I mean doesn't sound like a lot, but you're if you have high attack speed with Nashers or one of the other attack speed items you can build as well, but most likely Nashers, you'll be hitting like 4 attacks in the second or some shit, and yeah, 4 times 8, and you have 3 soldiers up, so it starts to add up. Braum, uh, Braum is bad in solo queue if you like wanna rely on yourself to carry. If you're a duo, there are better champions to do what he does. And he has no damage, obviously, so yeah, don't blame him in solo queue. But I will say these are nice buffs because the knockup on his R is going up, so his R feels like more impactful. His mana regen's also going up, which is nice because yeah, he has a lot of weak lanes. So yeah, Briar getting nerfed. Don't play Briar. This champion has been getting nerfed and all over. Like he has a bit of Warwick syndrome where like people haven't figured out you can just stand still and fight him, and because junglers are always a bit slow, like they haven't figured it out yet. Um, and yeah, if you dodge his long range engage, he really can't join fights that easily. Especially like earliest into the game, like after 6, before people start to group. So his ganks are also kind of meh, and uh, these nerfs are fairly significant. So the attack speed ratio is going up, which is a buff if you build attack speed. His armor is going down by 2. Um, Damage on his Q down by 20. W bonus attack speed is going down by 5 overall. E damage reduction going down 5%. The healing is going down by 3% at max rank. Uh, And the R damage, the AD ratio is going down by 25%, so these are big nerfs. Like it's getting an AP ratio, which isn't relevant. So yeah, don't play a Briar there, but you have to play the Briar for sure. Galio Q cooldown decreased. So the thing with Galio is kind of niche, right? He needs a team where he can like follow up on his teammates, which is not what you want in solo queue. And he also needs a decent matchup, but the Q cooldown is going down by 2 seconds at max rank. I'm assuming this is your first max ability, so this is pretty big because it's both your wave clear and your poke tool, right? So if this starts getting low cooldown, it can be kind of scary. So yeah, if you want to play Galio in the right spots, I think you can for sure. Because he's been getting buffs for a while now, but like as vanilla blind pick, no, no way. Gragas passive cooldown now decreases with level. Yeah, Gragas pretty. I mean, he's still doing the same things did like denying opponents, but he like he skills with skill, I guess. Cooldown on the passive is going down with 6 seconds at max rank. It's pretty big, but I mean, in a very long team fight, you're getting a bit of healing off, but I mean, you don't really play Gragas to skill, and I mean the biggest problem with Gragas was that they made the cast time on his ultimate slower, so it's more dodgeable now. But if you CC chain right with the E, he still functions the same, I guess. Yeah, he's one of those champions that you just need to one trick constantly. When he isn't in a very broken state, how he was like earlier in the season, then where he's like impossible to move out of lane, then you just need to be very good at Gragas himself to be able to pull it off. But I think there are better champions to invest the time in, especially for both lane and jungle, I'd say. Ivern. Ivern is the best jungler in the game. That's because when the jungle nerfs hit, he wasn't affected basically. So his health's going down by 25, but his passive works off his max health percentage, so it won't affect his clear. Trigger CD slowed down 5%. These changes don't do anything. Like 25 health, it's always bad to lose. It's like one auto in the early game, late game it won't matter. And yeah, he still like these nerfs uh, aren't targeting why he's so insanely strong. It's because of his clear. Cassante, W mana cost decrease, and his very cheap items. Cassante, W mana cost decreased, damage increased. So they gutted this fella. Um, yeah, so the only thing he had going for him before the previous nerf was the ultimate, where if you hit 6 you can like run someone down at least. And yeah, that got nerfed, so he has nothing now. So they're buffing the Pathmaker, the W. Mana cost going down by 20. That's, I mean, you don't cast this that often, right? So it's not a big deal. Damage. It's getting 20% bonus armor and MR added to the damage, which with his passive late game is actually quite big. I mean, sizable, but yeah, these changes aren't like addressing why he's weak now. Leona, W bonus armor and MR increased, R damage increased. So she's getting like 10 bonus armor and MR flat at next level. So I don't know if she maxed this first. I don't think she does. I think she maxes W second. Um, our solar flare is getting 50 damage. I mean, it's nice because it's base damage on support, right? But like she's very low skill expression. I think there are better tanks to play in solo queue. Rakan, Blitz, etc. And if you want to invest some time, Fresh even. Uh, but yeah, if you're low elo and you like have to play support or whatever, she's definitely something to consider. Lucian E cooldown decreased. It's going down by 3 seconds at rank 1. And it scales back up to the same 14 seconds. So, I mean, the 3 seconds aren't gonna make him like stronger early game. He's struggling in solo queue, and that's because they made him reliant on his teammates. And like he lost the Lucian was always strong ADC because he had agency unlike a lot of other ADCs. That's why he was so popular mid. Yeah, don't bother with Lucian if you're solo. Mordekaiser, Q damage increased, R now reveals the target upon initial cast. So if you lose vision of your target, you will still R him. But if you're in the brush, you will lose vision once you're in the R. That's basically it. Q damage AP ratio is going up by 10%. That doesn't do anything. This champion doesn't get that much AP. And if he does, the counterplay to playing against Mordekaiser's dodging is Q, right? So, I mean, if you're Camille, you know, Mordekaiser Death Realms you, he Qs you, and Camille R's him, and then she lives. And yeah, same for like Zhonya's and whatever. Like this champion has so many issues. He can get kited, he can get Zhonya's, he can get QS test. Without this R, he's incredibly weak. He's not blind pickable by any means, because a lot of champs just stomp him. Pretty much like every like duelist specialist shits on him. Uh, and that's not even talking about like something like Gangplank or Rengar that can just cleanse his R. So terrible champion. Only play this if someone is dumb enough to blind pick Illaoi without banning him, which almost never happens. And there are also better AP top laners. There's Cannon, there's Rumble. In the right matchups, you can Silas, uh, Casio. I'm sure there's a couple of other. Maybe there's one on our tier list that I'm forgetting. Kiana. She's getting mana buffs. So base mana is going up by 50, which is a lot, and mana growth is going up by 10. So she's getting like 15% more mana uh, for free. So yeah, Kiana's good. She's just difficult to play, and she's not that great. Like assassins are early game is champions. Assassins are like not in the greatest spot right now due to the meta. But if you want to invest time to playing a mid lane assassin, she's definitely one you should consider. And she's insane, incredibly strong into champions that have to click you. So Tristana mid, uh, she absolutely demolishes because she cannot auto you, so she does no damage, right? And this is a lot of mana to work with. You're getting like at least 3 spellcast off before your first back, maybe even more. And if you build Mana Immune, you will also get more damage. If you don't, you have more mana, which is what they say in the comments. I mean, it's a nice. It's don't get me wrong, it's not like getting extra damage, but it's the second best thing, right? Talon Rage can now also reset stance auto attack timer. This doesn't do a whole lot, but I mean, if you don't have attack speed and you're low level, if you auto and for some reason range Q someone and then auto again, your second auto will come out slightly faster maybe, but doesn't do anything. Falcon's bug fixes. Bug fixes are nice, especially for a champion like this that's very reliant on hitting multiple abilities. Force passive to proc. Zeri AD growth increased, W damage increased, AD growth going up by 0.7. This is a lot. Should be big buff to her later game. Damage on the lasers going up by 10 flat. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Like the AD growth is nice later in the game if you build AD, but the W buff does nothing. And even it's like 0.7 times 18, right? So you're getting like 14 extra AD. Just like a longsword at max rank, not even. Like, I don't know. Uh, this is not gonna be the reason why I pick Kusari or don't. So, new season starts January 9th. Depends on where you are. So again, if this was for patch, to recap, nerfs, Briar hard nerfed, Ivern nerf doesn't do anything. Azir is good, don't play Braum, only counter pick Galio, Gragas buff doesn't do anything, Cassandra buff doesn't do anything. Leona's nice, but she's a bit of a noob champion. Lucian buff doesn't do anything, Mord buff doesn't do anything. Kiana buff is nice if you're a player or willing to spend the time to learn her. Zeri buff doesn't do anything. So this is a bit of a nothing patch. If you want to get your boosts at a discount, use promo code rewards. Uh, it works for the end of the season. So thanks for watching. See you next season. Bye.